Work is hard, man. Hard is work. There's a lot of things I have to say about work. I forgot all of them. But if I were to really say something about work, it would be that I used to not do work, and now I do more work now than I did then. And so, yeah, I recently applied for NELP. I got in, and that is kind of hard, and I think there's a little work involved, and I think that is just enough for me to read my NELP application.
Wait, what is NELP? For those who don't know.
Oh, it is a program in which I live in the woods for 6 weeks.
Where?
New England Literature Program.
That sounds awesome.
And it's going to be fun. I'm going to read you the questions and I'm going to read my answer. What are the most important ethics or value at play when you make decisions? What really drives you? What are you dedicated to? What set of trajectory from point A to point B? And how does this affect your work as a student, community member, reader, and or thinker? And that's what I said. I said the understanding of ethics seems to me to be fleeting, a hypothetical, circumstantial. Life's choices seem to be simply a myriad of circumstances. Each with a multiplicity of options as actions or even inaction becomes an action. I don't think ethics can be assigned to a certainty. What makes things worse is that there seems to be no action that can be perceived as a right action. Though some are perhaps better, people try their best to be good until their ideas of good are opposed by another idea of good, or after a thesis combats an antithesis, a synthesis occurs somewhere in the median. There is the human tendency towards reaction. I find interest in the potentiality of that reaction. The ethical values that allow me to guide myself are the options that exist within that potential. I am a creature of experience who loves to imagine himself as a character rebelling. He allows each moment to show itself as it is, and for him to be there on his toes. But that he must become me, and the only way to do that he must become me is certain. And the only way to do so is that to be there in the now is a necessity. There is a balance in there somewhere. I try to formulate based on past experience when alone and isolated while trying to see everything I can within a public atmosphere. The trees, the squirrels, the crows, humans. Or at least I want to love humans. It's hard sometimes, it's hard to love everyone when different values run rampant and evil at times seems to exist. Though I am uncertain as to the veracity of that statement. The potentiality for a negative is always there, lingering in the corner of my eye as a little shadow figure dancing in the moonlight. I have a tendency to be the devil's advocate to myself as well as everyone I know. Sorry. There are options between point A and B, and I can see a lot of them. But what is potentiality without a decision? What is ethics when no choice is made? Where is the room for morals? I do not wish to prescribe myself to good or bad, but rather to love and to hate. The issue of conflict exists within the self. The moment can be represented in a narrative. It is you wondering if you should hop in the car and go out for a little drive. In that moment of hesitation, one looks into themselves. I'm interested in that moment. The moment they feel a myriad of emotions residing somewhere between self-love, self-hate, love of the other, and hate of the other. But it's not that simple. Even to understand this as so is somewhat reductive. Love can be perverted, hate can be perverted, but what I mean to imply is you never do it out of hate. You do it out of love. And most of all for me, the love of the other should always outweigh the self-love. What really drives me is the potentiality for me to put my wants and desires aside, to really change myself in this way so as to find some benefit in the love of the others. That is to say, I do things to be there, man. To experience events, to truly feel the vibration of existence within my little bones. What really gets me moving is these micro expressions of love that can exist in every day-to-day moment. And I list some shit. My favorite is not being an aggressive driver and allowing at least one car space between two cars so as to avoid a situation of traffic backup, which I don't know if you guys knew, but most traffic is caused when you stop and someone stops and like it kind of moves back. It's fucked up. Even if there's some twisted form of self-gratification in there, it is still beautiful, and that you can in fact do something out of love over hate. I feel that in a world that seems so diminutive towards others, the self and its desires, the ultimate Camus-esque Sisyphusian middle finger one can give is to be kind to others who have similar desires. It's the little things that count. Yada yada yada. These sort of conclusions dictate the way I act in a communal, an academic, and a social way. Hey-o. This may seem like a platitude, but I do not wish for it to be so. And I'm just going to read another short one. It says, what's the strangest thing, maybe one of the strangest things you believe? And I said, I have this weird thing with nihilism where I believe that the new nihilism is not nihilism, but is actually forced upon you because of so many fucking things. I had a fucking... For example, I want to believe that there are ghosts. My pet project this whole last summer was the studying of paranormal culture that has permeated our society and exists perpetually within the interwebs. I wish to learn every aspect of the community, perhaps for some facetious desire to know weird cultures or understand our own cultural phenomena. Regardless, it seemed to me at times that I was summoning ghosts. I beckoned the ghosts. Come to me, ghosts, please. It felt like they were going to come, but they never came. Because of this, I am unable to believe that they are real because I've yet to experience them. But another part of me is unable to believe that I believe that I am unable to believe because I want for them to be there, man. I want for ghosts to be real. I want to believe in them, but I'm unable to believe in them ad infinitum. This says nothing about ghosts being representational and symbolic as haunting memories, the ephemeral figures existing within dreams. In a strange ergo, I am unable to believe in anything. The whole process seems meaningless. I don't however think this meaningless is a negative. The ambiguity begets multiplicity, and multiplicity begets value. The meaninglessness allows for one to give it meaning. Does that make sense? Hey, let me in, dude.